Some were adored like family, others hated like villains in a movie. From underdogs turned icons to controversies that nearly wrecked the brand. This isn't just a crew list, it's a roller coaster of loyalty, betrayal, and jaw-dropping drama. These are the most loved and most despised MrBeast employees ever. And trust me, it gets dark fast. He didn't start out as a star. In fact, Chandler was just the guy sweeping the floors. Literally. Originally hired as a janitor, he had no plans to be on camera, but all it took was one spontaneous appearance, and everything changed. At first, Chandler was shy, barely saying a word, but the audience noticed something different, something real. The way he laughed at himself, the way he messed up simple tasks, the way he kept losing, and somehow made losing look fun. That underdog energy turned into cult favorite status. Fans didn't just like Chandler, they rooted for him. Win or lose, he was the heart of the crew, and every time he popped up on screen, the comment section lit up like wildfire. If Chandler's not in the vid, I'm not watching. Even when the team was drowning in controversy, one name kept floating above it all, Chandler. While others faced backlash, he remained untouched, almost mythic. But in recent months, Chandler's appearances have slowed, and the internet noticed. Where's Chandler? Is he gone? Did MrBeast drop the best one? Theories swirled. Was it family, faith, fallout? No one really knew, but one thing was clear. People missed him, and as one fan put it best, Chandler didn't just carry the jokes, he carried the soul of the channel. Back in the early days, Chris wasn't just a side character. Chris was MrBeast's shadow. They were there from the jump, the ride or die, the co-host, the brother in arms. But fast forward to today, and the comments tell a much different story. Chris used to be hilarious. What happened? It started slow. Whispers, memes, odd tweets resurfacing. Then came the storm. Old posts, alleged DMS, and Discord logs began popping up everywhere. Fans dissected every word. The internet became an investigation board. And Chris, now known as Ava, was at the center of it. This Chris/Ava situation is disturbing. I don't know if I can watch the vids the same again. What hurt most? This wasn't just some background cast member. This was someone the audience grew up watching, and the fallout felt personal. Ava wiped their accounts, went dark, and just like that, one of the founding faces of the MrBeast empire had vanished from the screen, and not in a blaze of glory. Then came the final blow. After reviewing everything, Jimmy allegedly decided that Ava was no longer part of the company. No press release, no formal announcement, just silence, and the sudden absence that said it all. No way, Ava's out? This is crazy. What began as a legacy of loyalty had crumbled into one of the channel's biggest scandals. And while some still defend Ava, for most fans, the image was broken beyond repair. But that was nothing compared to what happened next. He didn't come in with a backstory, no legacy, no fan base, just one appearance. And boom, the internet loved him. Mac showed up in World's Most Dangerous Trap like any other contestant. A regular dude dropped into a high-stakes challenge. But there was something different about him, something real. He wasn't over the top, he wasn't trying to steal the spotlight, but every reaction, every moment felt genuine. IDK who this Mac guy is, but he's a vibe viewers saw themselves in him. The hesitation before a scary stunt, the awkward jokes, the nervous confidence. Mac has that first day on the job, but already the favorite energy. As more videos rolled out, Face Your Biggest Fear, World's Deadliest Obstacle Course, Mac kept showing up, not because he was the loudest, but because he was the most relatable. He didn't need a dramatic storyline. He didn't need to win. He just needed to be himself, and that was enough. Behind the scenes, fans began asking, is Mac replacing Chris? Is this the future of the channel? Whatever the case, one thing was clear. Mac didn't just earn screen time, he earned the audience's trust. At first, he was a fan favorite. Goofy, loud, high energy. Karl Jacobs had the kind of presence you couldn't ignore. And early on, that worked. He brought chaos, he brought color, and for a while, people loved it. But over time, something shifted. Unpopular opinion, but Karl low-key ruins the vids. What once felt fun started to feel forced. To some viewers, Karl wasn't just energetic, he was too much. His laugh, his screams, his constant commentary. Suddenly, the guy meant to hype, the vibes became the one catching all the heat. Karl acts like a cartoon character, and it's exhausting. Then came the whispers, the Karl effect. respect. It wasn't just about him anymore. Fans started blaming him for influencing other members, especially Chris Tyson's transformation. From painted nails to shifting identities, fingers were pointed, and Karl was right in the middle of it. Chris only started changing after Karl joined. He's pushing people into stuff. Karl's ruining the crew dynamic. To some, he was a colorful creator just being himself. To others, he was the beginning of the channel's personality crisis. And yet, the comment sections are split. Karl is annoying. Karl is hilarious. Karl is misunderstood. Karl is the show. In an empire of black and white loyalty, Karl lives in the gray area. Loved, hated, memed, mocked. But one thing's for sure, everyone has an opinion. And while fans debated Karl's role in the crew, someone else was quietly building a legacy no one saw coming. When Jake walked into a MrBeast video, you felt it. Big beard, big presence, bigger heart. He wasn't just a crew member. He was the guy you'd pick first for a challenge and trust to carry your team through fire. Jake the Viking joined back in 2018, originally brought in as the strong guy. But what people didn't expect, he was also real, vulnerable, hilarious, someone who showed emotion without ego. Jake the Viking gave off big bro energy, and I miss that. He became a cornerstone of the crew, the action hero with a soft side, and fans were hooked. So when Jake vanished from the videos after a run of bangers, the audience had one question: where did he go? Rumors flew. Was he fired? Did he fall out with Jimmy? Then came the truth. Jake posted a video called "Why I Left MrBeast." No drama, no hate, just honesty. He wanted to chase his own path, build something of his own. Man handled it like a legend. Total respect to Jake, and that's why fans still ride for him. Because even in his exit, Jake kept it authentic. No mess, no scandal, just a clean break from the crew he helped build. But here's the crazy part. Even years later, fans still ask for him. Bring back Jake. The videos aren't the same without him. He was the last of the real ones. Jake didn't burn bridges, he built them, and whether or not he ever returns, one thing is crystal clear. Jake the Viking didn't just lift weights, he lifted the entire vibe of the channel. At first, Marcus was a vibe. He had this easygoing charm, the kind of energy that just clicked with fans. He wasn't the loudest or flashiest, but he was likable, someone who felt like the cool cousin in every video, and then he was gone. No goodbye, no announcement, just radio silence. Anyone else notice Marcus hasn't been in a vid in forever? Speculation exploded. Had he quit? Was he fired? Was it personal? Then came the story, a 12-minute Instagram rant that would flip everything upside down. Marcus unleashed on Jimmy, accused him of unfair treatment, of kicking him out for no reason. The tone, bitter, frustrated, explosive. Bro, this ain't it. Marcus just nuked his own rep. What made it worse? The way he did it. Emotional, unfiltered, and full of claims with no real proof. Fans who once cheered for him started pulling away. This isn't the Marcus we knew. He's just mad he got let go. Now it all makes sense why he disappeared. Behind the scenes, rumors swirled about substance issues, attitude problems, and missed shoots. And while nothing was ever officially confirmed, Marcus's exit left a scar. One minute, he was everyone's low-key favorite. The next, he was the guy who flamed out in public with the internet watching. Sometimes it's not how you leave, it's what you leave behind. When Nolan first showed up, fans didn't cheer, they groaned. He wasn't Jake, he wasn't Marcus. To most viewers, he was just some guy. Replacing Jake with Nolan is the worst trade in YouTube history. The comments were brutal, boring, annoying. Budget Jake. But while the hate came fast, Nolan didn't flinch. He just kept showing up, video after video. And slowly, something started to shift. He brought grit, he brought competition, and most importantly, he brought consistency. Okay, wait, Nolan kinda snapped in this challenge? One minute he was cracking jokes, the next he was climbing walls or diving headfirst into chaos. He wasn't trying to be anyone else. And eventually, fans noticed. His biggest strength? He didn't chase the spotlight. He earned it, one challenge at a time. And while some viewers still throw shade, Nolan has something most crew members never get. Loyalty from both the audience and the team. He doesn't have scandals. He doesn't stir drama. He just does the job and wins respect. Now, he's not just a replacement. He's a mainstay, a sleeper favorite. Proof that sometimes you don't have to start strong to finish iconic. He wasn't meant to be on camera. Tariq started as a background guy, literally behind the lens, out of focus. Part of the crew, but never part of the spotlight. But over time, fans noticed him. The quick reactions, the dry humor, the subtle charisma that didn't need a script. Low-key Tariq got the best one-liners in the whole crew. Tariq's rise wasn't dramatic, it was organic. One moment he's filming a stunt, the next he's in it, winning challenges, cracking jokes, building a fan base without even trying. This dude was behind the camera for years and still got more charisma than half the cast. What really sealed the deal? His work ethic. Jimmy once mentioned how Tariq used to juggle working at a hospital part-time while helping shoot videos. Fans respected the grind, respected him. Tariq's a real one. Dude never complains, never clout chases, just vibes and works. Unlike louder personalities, Tariq's approach was chill, humble, and authentic. He didn't force reactions, didn't chase drama, didn't need a redemption arc. He simply showed up and earned his place. Now, anytime he's on screen, the comments go wild. Tariq deserves more credit. Give him more screen time. The videos hit different when Tariq's in them. He's living proof that you don't have to be loud to be legendary. So what does all this say about the MrBeast empire? That behind the money, behind the challenges, behind the $1 million giveaways, there are people. Flawed, funny, loved, hated. Some rose to fame overnight. Others fell harder than anyone expected. But the truth? This isn't just a crew. It's a cast of legends, villains, underdogs, and icons. And if you think that's the end of the story, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps more people find these stories. And trust me, you haven't seen anything yet.